Hello YouTube, UcogFlux here of UCogs Gaming. Today we're bringing you part 6 in the tutorial series, how to do a farm. There's a lot of ground tillers you're going to need. Here is the recipe for the ground tillers. You will need a pipe, wood stick and 4 metal shards to make ground tillers, and you're going to need to make lots of them. The best place you can go for pipes is probably the dam. By the time you've looted one side, come back. There's a little campsite, you loot the campsite and then you go back. And then there's more pipes again. I was streaming today and I was doing my little loot run and things, so I'll link my Twitch channel in the description, so if you want to go take a look at what I was doing for looting, you can feel free to have a look at that. So these are ground tillers. Notice you can only place them certain distances apart. Underneath their ground they fan out a lot, but on top this is what they look like, and in there you can place, in each line, place 2 seeds. And we'll get into the seeds when I start placing them, but for now it's just the tillers. And I've also been wondering whether you guys would prefer me to do commentaries, whether you want me to speak over the game or whether you prefer to have music. I'm not really a big talker, like I said in my previous videos. I have something called anxiety, and I just worry about things all the time, and one of them is not being good enough at doing something. I mean, I try my best, I do what I can do. Just let me know what you think, whether you prefer the music or whether you prefer me to speak. But this game is really buggy. You'll see sometimes when I'm trying to place it, it flicks side to side, and that's just basically the game flicking it off. In my last video you see me put the sleeping mat down and it left a big gap, and I've got a little bit of OCD, and you see me shake on it because I was like, no. Yeah, with these and the way the placing is at the moment, I'm not really being too OCD with it, because you can only do what you can do, and if the game's bugging out all over the place, and there's not really much you can do. Now you can place them in a straight lines, make them perfectly vertical all the way across, and have a perfect nice little farm. Or you can just put them however you want. But me personally, I like to do them diagonal. When the game's not flicking them out all over the place, if you do one diagonal one way and then the next row diagonal facing the other way, I think you might be able to get a little bit more tillers in there, so you can place more down. It's a bit strange at the minute with all these bugs. Really not happy that I couldn't do the 1, 2, 3, 4 tier farm. Yeah, it's definitely 4 tiers I was going to do. The main one would be the 3 tier, because the 4 tier farm you can only really do in a place where you don't really see people. So like a low pop server would be perfect, or if you're on a high pop server you need to be like really out the way. But then on the high pop servers you've got to watch, because people they come out to these far places to look for places to raid, places that have like been abandoned where you can just raid them. Yeah, I mean when the servers rewipe, hopefully it'll be less buggy and people won't be duplicating, because one of my friends told me that there's loads of people duplicating on here and it's really buggy, and that's why me and my group of friends haven't been playing this wipe. But hopefully all's all good next wipe, and then hopefully all my tutorials are out the way and I'll start bringing some raiding videos. Now that'll be good to watch. We love raiding. I'm one of the main collectors of loot. I'm not really too much into the PvP. I much prefer to go out and get loot. When you see me looting around, you'll see me with a satchel and nothing else. Maybe sometimes an axe. I mean, we used to get a lot of crossbows spawning, and I always used to just go out with a crossbow. Most of the time, I wouldn't even go out with that. I'd just go out with a satchel, because if you lose something, you haven't lost much. You go out fully geared and you're looting somewhere, you search in a car and someone sneaks up and shoots you in the back of the head, you've lost all your bag, your armour, your sneakers, everything. So for me, it's just a no-brainer. Just go out with a satchel, go to a certain location, I figure myself a nice little run, like at F3. I used to build bases at G2, which is where all the fertilizer used to be before they moved it over to Bunchik Farms. I always used to build my base, smack bang in the middle of 3 campsites. I'd run to a campsite with my satchel, collect all the loot there that I could, and if I found like over there, you found like a lot of wood axes, hatchets, and I used to place a furnace in each of the campsites, and then I could just light it, and then when I go there looting it, find all the axes and hatchets, stick them in the furnace. You loot around the rest of the campsite, grab your metal bars, good to go. You go back to base, then you go to the next campsite, do the same, go back to your base, next campsite, do the same, and then when you go back around full circle, you had all the stuff spawn back in the first location again. So it was rather good. I used to get stuff ever so quick. I think I got almost 700 IEDs within a week and a half by doing that when I had some time off work. Here you see me placing the seeds. Now when you're planting the seeds, you want to plant more corn than wheat, because when you've got it all done, you get 1 wheat for each one you pick, you get 1 corn for each one you pick. But when you turn the wheat into yeast to make ethanol, you get 2 yeast from 1 wheat, so the wheat doubles up, so you need to put more corn than wheat. And we're going to get into all this once this farm is ready to pick, and I'll do my next video on bombs and Molotovs. I'll show you how to discover Molotovs, craft Molotovs, what you do with them, also ethanol. Now here, you want to picture yourself a big circle around you for the fertilizer, because it covers like a big area when you fertilize your crops. Fertilizing your crops makes them grow quicker. I'm not sure on the time frames. People say different things, but I never know. I just check it every now and then. But yeah, that's how you farm.